I feel it in my soul. I am going to get loud as I talk about this raggedy ass bitch. However, let me dial it down. Let me be classy, you know? Anyway, let's get the video started. I took off the mic because I don't like it. I didn't like how it sounded. And sorry for all the you gonna hear, okay? Wait for me to get something better, but for now, I'm not putting that on. I do not like how that sounds. Today's topic of discussion is Kim Hyuna, aka Hyuna. But that Hyuna was enough to let you know who the fuck I'm talking about. You know her, you know that girl. She was a staple in K-pop. Soloist wise and just female wise, she was so important to K-pop. It's not actually funny how much of an impact she had. But then you look at Hyuna now and you're just like, what the fuck happened? Let's get into the background. Guys, I don't know why. Why am I low-key like serving? Why is this color eating on me? Why do I actually feel cute as fuck? That bitch ain't even got no fucking makeup on. Pocket. Anyways, Kim Hyuna, or Hyuna for short, is 32 years old. She's a South Korean singer and rapper, more prominently known for being a soloist than really a group member. But she has had some, I'd say, pretty outstanding groups that she's been in. For one, her first official debut into the K-pop industry, I think she was about 14 years old, about between 14 and 17 years old. All I know is that she debuted as a minor. She was not of age. And the first official group that she had debuted in Wonder Girls, February 10th, 2007. She didn't stay in the group for more than 6 months. She left July 30th, 2007. Okay, I'm gonna scrap it, but I'm also gonna condense it. So when I did a little bit more research and I ended up finding out the reason why Hyuna had left Wonder Girls. She said she had left Wonder Girls because she had depression. She was like 15 years old at the time. Tell Me was doing pretty well, and it was a lot for her to handle. Like I said, she had depression and she was losing weight, so those factors alone were enough to like just she had to leave. But you know, she was 15 years old. I was right in my ballpark. I said it, but she was 15 years old. That's crazy. Anyway, get back to the video. Yeah, she was in it for 6 more months. If you go and you look up the original Wonder Girls Tell Me music video, she's in the music video. Personally, hot take, I prefer her dance break than the one that became the official music video. Then she has a re-debut and now she's of age, she's a little bit older, and on June 15, 2009, she debuts with the group 4 Minute. Came to know 4 Minute around 2016. Because that's around the time that I got into K-pop, and the songs that I was introduced by them were The Crazy and I Hate You. She had also, while in the group about a year in, she had made her solo debut January 4th. And her solo debut was pretty good. It's a banger. It's honestly a banger. When I listen to the song, it reminds me of early 2000s, club music. I would call it like straight up club music. Like, it makes you want to move, it makes you want to dance. You can definitely hear the American influence in it, but it's a straight banger. It didn't do too bad. It did some numbers, but it wasn't what propelled soloists Hyuna, like the Hyuna that we know now. What really brought Hyuna to the forefront was, you know what it is. I know what it is. You know what it is. Oh my god, I love bubble pop. I love bubble pop so much. Bubble pop was such an instant hit. It was so fun. It was so cute. It was so bright. It was just like, and it was so summery. I love bubble pop. And again, very American inspired. It was such a switch up. I think that's why it was so popular too, because I think around that time period too, K-pop was entering like its cutesy phase. I love cute stuff. I love cute stuff, and cute stuff just happened to be getting really popular around that time period. She does really good with bubble pop. Sadly though, 4 Minute does disband in January 25th, 2016. Now here's the thing I'm gonna say about 4 Minute. They had a decent run. They weren't like 21 level of second gen popular K-pop groups, but they were decent enough that you knew at least 2 songs from them. She debuted into a group named Troublemaker, and they did fairly well. They were really popular though because it's a boy and a girl, and y'all know how K-pop is controversial. Opposite genders hanging out together, and not only was it controversial just because they were the opposite genders, but the song too, Troublemaker. You have seen so many covers of that song, it's not even funny. But Troublemaker, it didn't last that long. Fans were just like, okay, we're just gonna give them an unofficial disbandment because we're not getting shit from them, and we know we're not getting shit from them. So that's what happened to Troublemaker. Anyway, after Bubble Pop, she's doing really well. Actually, it's amazing how well she did. It's not amazing, I lied. It was not amazing. Out of all of the members of 4 Minute, she was the most popular, and it was expected that her solo debut and just her solo activity was gonna be like, I mean, not creme de la creme, like the top of the top, but nobody wasn't not expecting her to do good as a soloist. At some point in time, she became known as this figure in K-pop for females specifically to have the agency of control over how they are viewed to the masses. Because here's the thing about Hyuna, because I remember also in another interview, I might have really liked this girl, but I remember in another interview, she had spoken about how she actually enjoys doing sexy concepts. Like, it's like a fairly stigmatized in a sense, because South Korea, they're a very conservative country, and she was doing this in an area where, an era where it was still kind of like taboo to really talk about sex, imply anything sexual, but she was like, nah, fuck it, yeah, bitch, I'm hot, so what? And how could you not love her after that? So, the start of the end, we didn't even get into it. The start of the end. On May 1st, 2017, Cube Entertainment releases their teasers for their new subunit called Triple H, consisting of Hyuna, Huey, and Edon. A lot of hype about it. 1, because Hyuna was in it. 2, because Pentagon had they were a fairly new group. I would say, I don't really know if they were 3rd gen. I think they teetered on 3rd to like 4th gen, between that area. But they did fairly well. They weren't like high popular, but they were steadily getting there. The song that they come out with is called 365 So Fresh. I'm 365 So Fresh. But it did decent. It did fairly well. I would say this. A lot of the things about the groups that Hyuna was in, not as a soloist, but as a member, is that they all did fairly well. They weren't crazy popular, but you know, they made enough to put a roof over their head, give themselves something to eat, and have a little change money. And that's good. You know, that's the goal, to be stable. So 365 So Fresh does pretty well. It's catchy as hell. The dance is actually addictive. You know, they do well in variety shows, and the first controversy comes out, and it wasn't nothing serious, you know. It was just a couple rumors. People started speculating. Niggas was thinking, they did that kiss scene a little too natural for my liking. The Edon era. Oh, whoa, was this crazy? Not crazy like, but crazy like, I can't believe this happened. Bono rumors, they start coming up. Everyone's like, this is suspicious, this is suspicious. They're laughing a little too much next to each other. Move them apart. Cube first denies it. I remember this because I was like, oh, Cube say something. They typically ain't got shit to say. So I'm like, okay. So first they deny it. Then I guess the guilt eats them alive. And by them, I mean Hyuna and Dawn. Because I don't know what gave them the courage to do this. Honestly, they could have taken it to their grave. Because I really think after Cube denied, if they hadn't said nothing, I don't think no one would have pressed the issue anymore, you know? But then they confirmed it. Everyone was happy, you know? Okay, maybe not everyone. A lot of people were mad. I'm gonna say a lot of Pentagon fans were mad. Hyuna fans, they didn't give a fuck. At this point, like, Hyuna fans, I feel like a nice majority of them were fairly grown. They did not care, right? But, you know, Pentagon fans, small kids, you know, children. And you know how K-pop is sold, K-pop groups? It's the idea that everyone has a chance with them. Cube drops them. Now, granted, I think Cube was a bitch for that, but I could kind of understand why they dropped them. And when I tell you, the majority of fans really was looking at Cube like, y'all really is bitches. What was keeping y'all alive? Fucking Hyuna and G-Idol. And G-Idol, I'm not even gonna say nothing about G-Idol because they pissed me off a little bit with the whole cryptic ass, are we leaving Cube or not? Oh, let me put into this. Hyuna was okay. Okay. This is why the Edon era is like, especially kind of dicey to me, because Hyuna was so established in the industry at this point. Like, she had been on multiple variety shows. She started in like 2007, and we're now in 2017. It's been about 10 years. Edon and Pentagon were a fresh new group. They weren't something like that came about 2015, 2016. No, they were freshly new. So when I say this, like, literally, I feel as though this scandal inadvertently destroyed Pentagon as a group. I'm not playing. When Huey had gone on Boys Planet and everyone was complaining about it, talking about Huey shouldn't be on there, he's already been in a group, why is he on there? And I was like, y'all saw what happened to his group? They didn't even actually get to really be a group. Anyway, they get kicked out of Cube. And then they go to P Nation. So they sign onto P Nation. It's a big deal. Everybody's like, oh my God, where's Hyuna and Edon gonna go now? Are they gonna have to be like, are they gonna have to do this shit alone? No. Psy literally scoops them up. They do pretty well in P Nation, and at this point now, after the P Nation signing, everybody, I would like to say that people not necessarily regarded them, but they would treat them like the it couple of K-pop. They released Ping Pong. I liked it. It was fairly good. It was weird because a lot of people had mixed reactions actually about it. I thought it was a cute song, but I can see where others were coming from, where it's like, oh, this is ass. This is kind of dumb. It's like, I get it. I don't think it's ass, but I get it. Ironically enough, Ping Pong would be their last song together. Mind you, they were still under the same label. And Hyuna, she released one last song under P Nation after Butterfly. After Butterfly, fly like a butterfly. Her and Edon had announced that they actually got engaged. Oh my God, when they got engaged, I was so happy. And then a couple months after, they announced that they sadly broke up and the engagement was off. The bomb. It's January 18th, 2024, last year. Hyuna drops a photo with her and her new man. Mind you, her and Edon broke up in 2022. So it's been about 2 years, roughly. I'd say maybe like 1.8 if we're getting specific, but it's been a hot minute, you know. Everybody's happy for her. They're screaming the shot because not only did she post her new man, but she posted that she's actually engaged to the man. So we're all happy. But then we look at that ad. We look at that tag. Someone searches up that name. Someone looks at that picture. Someone searches up a scandal. A big ass scandal that literally shook the whole country, somehow the whole world too. Why she get with somebody who is connected to the Burning Sun scandal? I don't give a fuck how well you know that man. Girl, what? And I tell you, the internet actually went fucking crazy. We were all looking at her like, bitch, what the fuck happened? What? Him? I kid you. And here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing about his role in the Burning Sun scandal. He had seen the fucking videos. He saw the fucking chat rooms. And this man had the nerve to sit up there and say, oh, it ain't my problem. I don't give a fuck if he participated or not. He was complicit. His bitch ass was complicit. And that's why people have a fucking problem with him. And don't feel as though that he should come back into the industry like he ain't do shit. All of those bitches who are part of the Burning Sun scandal, I hope you actually burn in hell. Because you're not coming back for shit, right? But that's why everyone was like, when I said all that stuff about Hyuna like kind of being a female empowerment for K-pop fans, more specifically female K-pop fans, that's why everyone was looking at her like even more sideways. Because like, you know what this man did. Why the actual fuck are you with him? And in cahoots to get married to him? What? What? Oh my God. I'm just and it's moments like this in K-pop where I want to be the fly on the fucking wall because I need to see what was the appeal. Cause he ain't that cute. Yeah, I said it. I seen him, man. He's nothing. He's no fucking Hyunjin. You know, he's not someone that literally have you stunned as you see him walking down the fucking street. So what was the appeal? Was he funny? Bitch, I know like 30 funny niggas right now. He couldn't have been that funny. You know, like, well, y'all, she got married to him a couple months after she came out. Well, what you gonna call it? Well, let's call this the aftermath. But I'm not even gonna fucking pause because I'm tired. I'm done. But a couple months after the announcement and after all the backlash she got, she came on a TV show and she was talking about some, yeah, I don't care what anybody says. That's my man, my man, my man. Whatever, bitch. I do not support it. Do not. I'm telling y'all, the quickness. She had the lowest record sales I've ever fucking seen from her. So low. She went on stage like a couple months ago to do a performance. Now people are saying that the video was edited. I don't give a fuck if it was edited or not. Bitches was not singing her songs. She's not getting the same notoriety that she had gotten in the industry. People actually do not give a fuck about her anymore. Now, she went through with the marriage. All smiles and shit. And people might be like, oh, but why you dogpiling on her? What about the... We already done dogpiled on that man. That man knows what the fuck he did. No one ever will let him live that shit down. But it's the fact that she knows what he did. And I don't know what kind of conversations y'all had. I don't know what cute thing he said to her. But she got with a man that we know would maybe not actively participate, but he'd be complacent as hell. When that situation came out, all that told me is if you saw a bitch outside getting dragged by a man that she did not know, your dumbass would never actually step in to help her. That's all that told me. And basically that's all I'm getting from Hyuna. You're not actually for the girls. You're actually against the girls. Actually. You prey on bitches' downfalls. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I said it. I said I was gonna get loud. And I got loud. I apologize to my roommates. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. If you like, please remember to share, comment, and subscribe. And like I always say, you may not know a person and they may not know you, but you matter in their lives. Bye, my love.